Hey, alright, I'm back to finish off this World Series of Poker 2013 main event. And we just finished on a lovely King 8 suited bluff, which I didn't really like, but I found pretty interesting. And not too many hands later, we have Ace 8 of Diamonds, also against Blair Hinkle here to my left. And he did have more chips than this, but it's not too important in this hand. So I flop pretty well here, middle pair and nut flush draw. And I get two checks. Obviously, I bet. Blair calls, and I would assume that he would probably raise his sets in this spot. He has so many draws on this board. Um, I guess he might call because there's two guys behind. He doesn't want to let everyone in super cheap with their draws and to, yeah, like I said, a scary board. So I don't think he's gonna call that often with his sets. So his range is pretty much flush draws, straight draws, and top pair. Um, Not really two pair or sets very often. I didn't feel like so. He does call. Everyone else folds, and the main question is what are we doing on this turn here? Um, I don't think any of his straight draws got there that he's calling with pre-flop and then has on the flop. I guess hands like maybe 9-10 of diamonds. I don't think 9-10 just calls this 9-10 like maybe 9-10 of hearts might call one. Um, Not too many combos. The 7 doesn't help that much. That's about it. Is 9-10. I guess 9-7, especially if they have diamonds, is more inclined to call as well. So I just wanted to break this down and figure out what we were doing and what value we're getting from in this particular spot. We're beating all flush draws still. There's no flush draws that are actually gonna be ahead of us, so that's good. So we can get value from any flush draw. Top pair is an issue. I don't know how often we're getting him off of a hand like King Queen or King Jack if we bet again. It's possible. I mean, he probably doesn't expect us to be bluffing too often. But he can assume we can have a flush draw at a time, so he might not fold King Queen. I'm not sure he does with King 10 suited or King Jack. Um, but what else? Like I said, he doesn't have any sets I mean, he could have two pair. He could have like 7-8 now, which is a concern. But I'm not sure if he's going to raise the turn with that. So my question is, what hands, if we bet here, are actually raising us? And it might be 9-10, like I said before. If he's got 9-10 of diamonds or if he's got 9-10 of hearts. That's kind of about it. I'm not sure how often just 9-10 of like clubs or something calls us in the flop. It's possible, but it is multi ways. It's hard to say. I think he's aggressive and he's good, and he might decide to float.